The transformative power of silence. In a world filled with endless distractions and constant noise, silence is often overlooked. Yet, making space for stillness is one of the most powerful and life-changing choices you can make. Silence is not just the absence of sound. It is a portal to deeper awareness, inner peace, and mental clarity. It gives you the space to reflect, sharpen your intuition, lower stress, and strengthen your relationships. When you embrace silence, you cultivate a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. Ancient wisdom has long recognized the importance of stillness, and now science confirms it. Studies show that constant noise and overstimulation overload the brain, leading to increased stress, anxiety, and mental fatigue. Alternating moments of silence with periods of activity enhances focus, boosts creativity, and restores emotional balance. Without moments of quiet, it's nearly impossible to hear your own thoughts, let alone the deeper wisdom that resides within you. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a powerful tool for transformation. Let's explore the 5 key benefits of bringing more silence into your daily life. 1. Silence increases self-awareness. One of the greatest benefits of silence is that it helps you connect with yourself on a deeper level. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose touch with your true thoughts, feelings, and needs. When you embrace silence, you remove external noise and allow space for self-reflection. Without the constant input of social media, news, and conversations, you start to notice the subtle patterns in your thinking and emotions. You begin to understand your triggers, desires, and deeper motivations. Self-inquiry practices, such as meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness, become much more powerful when done in silence. When your mind is not occupied by external distractions, you can observe yourself more clearly and make choices that align with your true values. Silence creates the space for clarity. It helps you uncover who you really are beneath all the noise. 2. Silence strengthens intuition. Your intuition speaks in whispers, not in shouts. It communicates through feelings, sensations, and subtle insights rather than words. But in a world of constant noise, these quiet messages often go unnoticed. By making time for stillness, you amplify your intuitive awareness. Small moments of silence throughout your day allow you to tune in to the subtle signals that guide you, gut feelings, sudden inspirations, and deep inner knowing. People who regularly practice silence report an increased ability to trust their instincts, make better decisions, and feel more connected to the flow of life. When you remove distractions, you give your higher wisdom the space to emerge. Silence is not empty, it is filled with answers. 3. Silence reduces stress and anxiety. Modern life is relentlessly loud. From social media notifications to the constant hum of technology, we are bombarded with stimulation. This keeps our nervous system in a constant state of alertness, leading to chronic stress and anxiety. Silence is the antidote. When you intentionally step into stillness, your body and mind begin to reset. Scientific studies show that silence lowers stress hormones like cortisol, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body, lowers blood pressure and heart rate, promoting relaxation, allows the brain to shift from high-frequency beta waves, active thinking, to relaxed alpha waves, calm and creative thinking. In short, silence signals safety to your brain, allowing it to shift from survival mode to a state of balance and renewal. To integrate more silence into your daily routine, take 1-minute silence breaks throughout your day, at a stoplight, before a meeting, or while waiting in line. Set aside an hour before bed to unwind without screens or distractions. Practice a digital detox once a week, giving yourself a break from emails, news, and social media. Spend time in nature without headphones or distractions, just being present with the world around you. Try silent retreats or dedicated quiet days to deeply restore your mind and body. The more you allow silence into your life, the more centered and calm you will feel. 4. Silence deepens relationships. Silence isn't just beneficial for self-awareness, it also strengthens your relationships with others. In many conversations, people listen only to respond rather than truly hearing what is being said. But when you learn to embrace silence, you develop the ability to listen deeply, not just to words, but to emotions, body language, and unspoken feelings. When you pause before responding, you allow yourself time to process and react with intention rather than impulse. This leads to more meaningful conversations and a greater understanding of others. Silence also creates space for vulnerability and emotional connection. When you don't rush to fill every quiet moment with words, you allow room for authentic presence, the ability to simply be with someone without distraction. In a world where constant talking is often mistaken for connection, silence is a powerful way to build deeper, more genuine relationships. 5. Silence cultivates inner strength and confidence. Many people feel uncomfortable with silence because it forces them to face their own thoughts and emotions. But learning to sit in stillness is one of the most powerful ways to develop inner strength. The need to constantly fill silence with chatter often stems from insecurity or discomfort with oneself. But those who can sit in silence without restlessness exude a quiet confidence, an unshakable presence that comes from being truly at peace with oneself. Silence helps you develop self-possession and resilience. Build comfort in your own presence without external validation. Strengthen mental discipline and focus. By learning to sit with silence instead of avoiding it, you cultivate an inner foundation that makes you more grounded, centered, and unshakable, bringing more silence into your life. Silence is not something you need to seek in faraway places. It's something you can intentionally create in your daily routine. Try incorporating these small yet powerful practices. Morning silence. Start your day without distractions. Instead of immediately checking your phone, take a few moments to breathe and be present. Mindful pauses. Take intentional breaks of stillness throughout the day, before meals, before speaking, before making decisions. Silent reflection. End your day in quiet self-reflection, allowing space for gratitude and insight. Nature immersion. Spend time outdoors without technology, simply listening to the sounds of the earth. The more you practice, the more you will discover that silence is not empty. It is full of presence, wisdom, and possibility. The power of silence, a gift to yourself. In a world that constantly demands attention, choosing silence is a radical act of self-care. It is a way to reclaim your focus, reconnect with yourself, and restore balance in your life. Silence gives you back your mind. It allows you to hear your intuition, make better decisions, and move through life with greater clarity and purpose. When you embrace silence, you become more than just a passive participant in life. You become deeply present, deeply aware, and deeply in tune with yourself and the world around you. So take a moment, breathe, step into the stillness. You might be surprised at what you find. The power of silence, how stillness strengthens presence and reveals truth. In a world that glorifies constant noise and endless conversation, silence is often misunderstood. Yet those who embrace it exude a quiet strength that naturally draws others in. True wisdom does not come from speaking the most, but from knowing when to listen, when to act, and when to simply be. As author Dan Millman wrote, "The peaceful warrior knows when to speak and when to listen, when to act and when to abide." When you practice deep listening, without interruptions, distractions, or the urge to control the conversation, you create space for others to feel truly seen and heard. This is one of the greatest gifts you can offer someone. It builds trust, deepens relationships, and allows for more authentic, soulful connections. Most people long to be recognized in their full humanity, not judged, not interrupted, not compared, but simply witnessed. Silence makes that possible. Silence strengthens relationships and deepens presence. If you want to build deeper, more meaningful connections, start by embracing silence in your conversations. Instead of rushing to fill every pause with words, allow space for presence. Here are a few ways to integrate silence into your interactions. Resist the urge to constantly check your phone when with others. Give your full attention. Make eye contact and truly listen, rather than mentally preparing your response. Instead of talking for the sake of talking, embrace shared silence. Sometimes presence alone is enough. Consider replacing typical social activities with moments of quiet companionship. Rather than always planning dinner dates or noisy outings, try walking in nature together in comfortable silence. The deepest bonds are often formed not through words, but through presence. Silence reveals truth, both inner and outer. Silence is more than an absence of noise. It is a space where clarity emerges. When you are constantly engaged in external chatter, it is easy to lose touch with your own inner voice. The endless stream of mental distractions drowns out the subtle wisdom that lives within you. But in stillness, you begin to hear what truly matters. Our culture often glorifies rational left-brain thinking, valuing logic over intuition. But deep understanding doesn't always come from overanalyzing. It comes from allowing space for insight to arise. As Henry David Thoreau wisely stated, "I have 3 chairs in my house. 1 for solitude, 2 for friendship, and 3 for society. True wisdom comes not from constantly asserting opinions, but from observing with an open, quiet mind. Silence reduces the urge to categorize, judge, or filter reality through preconceived ideas. It allows you to see things as they are, rather than how your mind labels them. As Buddhist monk Ajahn Chah once said, "If you let go a little, you'll have a little peace. If you let go a lot, you'll have a lot of peace." Silence grounds you in your authentic self. One of the most exhausting things in modern life is the constant need to project a curated version of ourselves, whether in conversations, on social media, or in professional settings. But in silence, the pressure to perform, impress, or manage your image fades away. You don't have to fill space with words, justify your existence, or prove anything. You can simply be. When you let go of the need to strategize every interaction, you become more grounded, present, and aligned with your true self. Here's how to integrate this into daily life. Journal without judgment. Let thoughts flow freely onto paper, uncovering hidden insights. Take mindful walks in nature. Observe the world without forcing meaning or interpretation. Practice listening without interrupting or reacting. Let conversations unfold naturally. The less you try to control everything, the more clarity and confidence arise from within. Silence brings unprecedented inner peace. At its deepest level, silence is a gateway to inner stillness, a state where the endless mental noise settles, and you become fully present in the now. In silence, you stop chasing the next moment and return to the peace that has always existed beneath the surface of your thoughts. All spiritual traditions recognize this truth. The ultimate wisdom cannot be contained in words. The deepest insights, the most profound realizations, and the purest states of being exist beyond language. By cultivating silence daily, you begin to experience this vast, still presence within yourself. You realize that peace is not something you find. It is something you uncover by letting go of mental clutter and external distractions. In this space, you rediscover an innate joy that isn't dependent on circumstances. Let go of fears, attachments, and the illusion of control. Feel deeply connected to life, yet unshaken by its challenges. Silence also helps break the cycle of endless accumulation and achievement. Instead of constantly chasing the next goal, you start to appreciate the beauty of the present. You no longer seek validation from the outside world because you have found contentment within. How to bring more silence into your life? To experience the transformative power of silence, start small. Create moments of stillness throughout your day. Here's how. Turn off unnecessary background noise, even for a few minutes. Let your mind rest. Take mindful walks alone, without music, podcasts, or distractions. Spend time journaling, not to analyze, but to express freely. Allow more space between conversations and thoughts. Set aside time for silent meditation or reflection each day. Protect at least 1 hour before bed for quiet, screen-free time. The more you practice, the more you will realize that silence is not empty. It is full of presence, wisdom, and life. The deep wisdom of silence. In a world that constantly demands attention, the most profound truths are often found in stillness. Silence isn't about withdrawing from life. It's about creating space for what truly matters. It allows you to reconnect with yourself, sharpen your intuition, and cultivate a sense of peace that no external success can provide. When you embrace silence, you gain something far greater than words. You gain clarity, presence, and an unshakable sense of self. As author Bill Plotkin reminds us, we need the world of people and activity, but equally we need solitude and the nourishment the wilderness offers our souls. True strength doesn't come from filling every moment with noise, but from knowing when to be still. Make room for silence, and it will reveal what words cannot.